It's 11 p.m. on a Friday. Carter is standing on a balcony in Manhattan, looking down at the endless stream of yellow cabs and the neon pulse of a city that never sleeps. He has 5,000 friends on social media. His phone is buzzing with invites to parties he doesn't want to go to, sent by people he doesn't actually like. He feels like a shell. He has spent the last 3 years maintaining an image, the right clothes, the right captions, the right vibe, while his bank account is stagnant. His health is declining, and his mind is a fractured mess of short-form distractions. Carter realizes that he cannot fix his life while he is still available to the people who helped him break it. He cannot build a new version of himself while the old version is still being constantly validated by the noise. He takes his phone out of his pocket. He doesn't post a "taking a break" status. He doesn't give a warning. He deletes the apps. He blocks the distractions. He decides to perform a social suicide. For the next 180 days, Carter is going to be a ghost. He is going to disappear from the feed, from the bars, and from the average life. He is entering his dark phase. He is going to die to the world so he can be born to himself. This is how you vanish. The first 60 days are about detoxification. Carter realizes that his brain has been colonized by the attention economy. He begins the digital severance. He swaps his smartphone for a basic, dumb phone. He realizes that 90% of his stress was actually just information overload. By removing the constant stream of news, opinions, and status updates, his brain begins to quiet down. He experiences the silent withdrawal. For the first 3 weeks, he feels a crushing sense of FOMO, fear of missing out. He feels like the world is moving on without him. But as he sits in his apartment in the quiet, he realizes something profound. The world doesn't care. This realization is brutal, but it is the foundation of his new power. If the world doesn't care, he is free to be whoever he wants. He fixes his circadian foundation. He stops the late-night blue light exposure. He starts waking up at 5:30 a.m. with the sun. He drinks 128 ounces of water a day. He cuts out alcohol, processed sugar, and seed oils. He is cleaning the sludge out of his biological machine. By the end of month 2, the brain fog that has haunted him for years is gone. His eyes are clear. His skin has a glow. The zombie version of Carter has officially been buried. Now that the static is gone, Carter enters the forge phase. He realizes that an unrecognizable man must have an unrecognizable presence. He adopts the iron and deep work protocol. The body. He hits the gym at 6 a.m. He doesn't do aesthetic curls for the camera. He does heavy compound lifts, squats, deadlifts, and presses. He wants functional density. He wants his body to reflect his internal discipline. The mind. He identifies 3 high-income skills he wants to master. He spends 4 hours every morning in deep work. No music, no breaks. He is building a secret empire in his head. He begins aggressive reading. He finishes 20 books in 60 days. He isn't reading fiction. He's reading manuals on finance, psychology, and history. He is replacing the junk food thoughts of social media with the superfood thoughts of the world's greatest minds. He notices the testosterone advantage. Because he is lifting heavy, sleeping deep, and avoiding the stress of digital comparison, his natural hormones are optimizing. His voice deepens. His jawline becomes a weapon. His posture changes from a slumped consumer to an upright predator. Carter is no longer trying to get his life together. He is executing a blueprint. He realizes that confidence is simply the reputation you have with yourself. Every morning that he hits the gym and every afternoon that he finishes his deep work, his reputation grows. He is becoming his own hero in the dark. By month 5, Carter is physically and mentally unrecognizable, but he needs to ensure the change is permanent. He enters the hardening phase. He realizes that the greatest threat to his new self is the comfort trap. He starts seeking out voluntary hardship. Cold exposure. He takes 3-minute ice baths every morning. He wants to train his nervous system to stay calm under extreme stress. Extended fasting. He performs 24-hour fasts once a week. He wants to prove to his body that he, the mind, is the master, not his hunger. He adopts the no validation rule. He realizes that he used to do things so people would see him doing them. Now he does things because they are necessary. He achieves a state of internal locus of control. He doesn't need a like to feel successful. He doesn't need a congrats to feel proud. The work itself is the reward. He practices digital cloaking. Even as he nears the end of his disappearance, he decides that he will never go back to his old way of posting. He has realized that privacy is power. He wants to be a ghost in the machine. He wants his wins to be so loud that he never has to post them. He is building a moat around his peace that no one can cross. The final 30 days. Carter is now a different species. He prepares for his re-entry. He doesn't just go back to his old life. He constructs a new one. He moves to a different neighborhood. He gets a new wardrobe, minimalist, high quality, and timeless. He buys a one-way ticket to a city where no one knows the old Carter. He realizes that the disappearance was actually a metamorphosis. He looks at photos of himself from 6 months ago and feels a sense of pity. That guy was so desperate for attention, so easily distracted, so soft. Carter has achieved sovereign status. He is no longer a user of the world. He is a player in it. He has a body that is fit for war, a mind that is sharp as a blade, and a bank account that is growing because he finally focused on value instead of views. He sits in his new apartment, looking at a blank wall. He doesn't feel the need to fill the space with noise. He is comfortable in the silence. He has realized that the greatest flex in 2026 is the ability to be alone. He has conquered the one thing everyone else is running from: himself. Carter walks into a high-end lounge in a new city. He is wearing a tailored black coat. He stands tall. He moves with a slow, deliberate confidence. An old acquaintance happens to be there. They stop in their tracks. Their jaw literally drops. "Carter? Is that you? Man, you've been off the grid for months. You look different. What happened?" Carter looks him in the eye. He doesn't explain the 5 a.m. runs. He doesn't mention the ice baths or the 40 books. He doesn't talk about the deep work or the digital detox. "I just decided to stop pretending," Carter says quietly. He doesn't need to say more. His presence is the explanation. Carter looks at the camera. "At you. You're tired of being the before photo," he says. "You're tired of the aesthetic of change without the reality of it. You think you need a break. You think you need motivation. You don't. You need to disappear. You need to let the version of you that everyone likes die, so the version of you that you respect can be born. Tomorrow morning, delete the apps. Block the people who keep you small. Move into the shadows. Do the work that hurts. Stay in the silence until it becomes your friend. 6 months of focus can save you 60 years of regret. Are you ready to become unrecognizable? The 180-day clock starts now. Vanish.